Yo, 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 yo. What up? I can't get the chat to work. Trying to see. Why is that not working? Oh, shit, actually. Where's my... There it is. Okay, maybe Twitch. Ugh. It's 10 p.m. What, in America? Yeah, I got it way too late. Okay, so Twitch chat is working. Hang on. I see Twitch chat, but I'm trying to get YouTube chat on as well. How do you do this again? Error checking live status. Yep. Can you activate the source? That should work now. Why is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, YouTube's working. You look like an unk right now because I just woke up. I literally just woke up. What's the stream about? It'll probably be a pretty short stream. It'll probably be a pretty short stream because I got a face laser appointment booked. Horrible camera angle. It's not that bad. AIDS medication. No, it's like this stuff that's like good for your brain, apparently. Cetirizine or something. Okay. Okay, alright, hang on. I can already see in chat there are a lot of people talking about the document that got made on me. I don't want to like stream and act like, you know, nothing's happening. So obviously if you've seen on Twitter, there is a Google Doc that's been made on me. And it was posted on a burner. We know who posted it. We know who posted it. Like you can literally go into the hidden replies of that burner account and you can immediately see hiding replies criticizing a certain YouTuber. So, but the problem is with this Google document, because the video wasn't made and it was a document, I basically need to treat this like how I treated the original response video. Because because I was waiting for this document to come out. It was hyped up for like 6 months or something like that. And now it's out. Thank God. Like, oh God. Like, I'm so happy that document's out because Jesus, that was just hyped up forever. But the point I'm trying to make is I can't just go ahead and respond to it now. I need to now wait for all the YouTubers and everyone to jump in and have their say and say their piece about it. And then I need to respond to it. If I do. So it's just another waiting game, you know? And I got two choices now. I basically put my head under the sand and I stop working. And then my employees suffer because they can't get paid, you know? And I just like sit in my apartment gooning all day. Or I just keep working until until it comes to that point. There's really not much else I could do in this situation apart from, you know, just waiting for, you know, every single YouTuber to come out. I mean, I did that with the original video. I remember, like, I remember in the original response video when YouTubers, like, had their say and stuff. And then I used that in my actual response video as well. So it's just, like, it's a waiting game for this document to come out. And now it's another waiting game to see, like, for everyone to have their piece to say, basically. So, you know, until then, there's not really much I can do. Google Docky. Google Docky. Thank you, Yesaf, for the Prime. Will it be called My Response too? Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, if I have to do it, it will definitely be called My Response too. $301 pages is insane. I think that's the worst thing as well. Like, it was almost made like as bloated as possible. So when people see 300 pages, because let's be real, right? Everyone's attention span right now is fried. You got IG Reels, you got TikTok, you got YouTube Shorts. No one, very few people have the attention span to even watch a film without checking their phone. So most people see 300 pages, and then it's like, okay, he's guilty. Like that's it. There's like an insurmountable amount of evidence here. He's guilty. We've got him. So, you know. Because I guarantee most people have not even read it in its entirety. But yeah, that's the last I'll say about it. I don't really want to speak about it again until I have to. But I did want to address it because, you know, I don't want to be streaming here and then looking at chat. And then obviously, you know, I'm seeing people mention it every 5 seconds. And it's like, oh, I can't talk about that. I'm kind of scared. You know? Anyway, Reddit moment. Yeah, so this won't be the longest stream. Because I do have I've got a laser appointment in like 2 hours. I'm getting my face lasered to remove my facial hair. Because I hate shaving and like, dude, I shaved yesterday and you can still see that stubble. It's so grim. It's so grim. You look like a ready or not NPC. Okay, I don't know whether to be offended by that or not. I'm not actually sure. I'm trying to look Gen Z. Bro, I am Gen Z. Only by like the skin of my teeth, but I am Gen Z. We do actually have a couple of videos to go over. I did want to game something, but I just don't think I got time. I don't think I got time. So what do we got here? Disgusting VR chat player freaks out after getting exposed. Entire generation just stopped buying games. Valve responds to PayPal banning Steam. Oh, I wanted to watch this actually. The Neuromuscular aim assist. Apparently he hooked himself up. It's basically like real life aimbot. Thank you, Kua, for the Prime.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I turned 30 the other day and I've been feeling a bit washed.
I'm not doing that. That's this thing.
Statistically speaking, my reaction time's about to take a massive dump. So it got me thinking. Our muscles control.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared, bro. Like, I'm 28 now. I'm an old man. And I'm really noticing that my reaction times in video games is just getting slower and slower now.
Based on electrical signals they receive from our brain. So what if I could just
Where's the YouTube stream? It's on Pyro Live.
hijack that signal, and instead of listening to my slow human brain, have it listen to something else?
Can I make my muscles have the fastest reaction time in the world?
Whoa! Okay.
Sponsored by Micro Center. New location coming soon to Phoenix, Arizona. There are three major components to this setup. One, a PC running a...
Have you seen the new Joshua Block stuff? No, what happened? What happened? Did he get drunk again and crashed out?
Hi Pyro. Back when you dropped the Utopia video, I watched it so many times to sleep that I genuinely Pavloved myself into feeling sleepy if I hear the first few minutes of the video.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for taking great enjoyment in the Yellow Killing Show.
A program that can find where enemies are on the screen. It's not cheats. I mean, I don't want to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cheat. Two, I need a way to send shocks to my muscles at specific wavelengths or whatever to make the muscles contract and move my arm in different directions.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
And three, I need a little single board computer to interpret the knot hacks into shockies in a very specific way to turn my arm quickly in the right direction. So theoretically,
I like how every one of these videos always involves a Raspberry Pi somehow.
if I do everything properly, I'm the fastest in the world. But not by cheating, because it's my muscles, okay? I just use some science and engineering to kind of soup them up a little bit. How do I get? 13 out of 30. Let's go! My average reaction time was...
Is it Soylent you're drinking? No! It's a protein shake. I didn't have time to eat. I just woke up.
about 200 milliseconds, measuring the amount of frames that it took at 120 frames per second for my hand to start moving once an enemy was visible. Some of these cracked out young...
Have you guys seen the, I shouldn't bring it up, really. I shouldn't. The Ant Venom... the Ant Venom Soylent advert. The fact it's already been searched. So Ant Venom here did a sponsor with Soylent. Personally, I don't think Soylent is even that bad. I've tried Huel once at a vending machine, which is basically the equivalent. But it's obviously, you know, Soylent. It's got the word soy in it. Doesn't have the best reputation.
Hey, what you got there?
Bro is drinking Soylent.
It's not Soylent. It's called Up and Go Protein. Bro, how's that Soylent, man? Come on. Don't be saying I got a Soylent sponsor coming up.
Oh, I'm playing some Minecraft, so I wanted to grab a Soylent.
Why Soylent, though?
Well, my body craves some good nutrients, and I'm strapped for time, so let's go.
I spend so much time in Minecraft that I don't leave my office for days. I tried to photosynthesize my energy, but I fail.
Thank you, GG Nature, for the prime.
I'm not a plant. Soylent is people for plants. I mean, plants for people. Silly me. Is this a dietary drink?
It's crazy how this ad read is only like, what, 2 years old, maybe? But it feels like it came straight out of like 2009.
Yeah, it's more like a health potion that tastes like cereal milk. Soylent is a vegan 400-calorie meal replacement drink with 20 grams of protein.
Dude, 20 grams? Bro, this drink I just had is 35 grams. That sucks.
I find original Soylent delightfully neutral, but when I crave flavors, they've got me covered there too. When you need a fast recharge, Soylent is...
A fast recharge? You could also just eat food, by the way.
filling, fast and easy to drink.
Dude, 400 calories for 20 grams of protein? This is 430 calories for 35 grams. Oh my soy. Oh my soy.
I've been drinking Soylent long before the sponsorship, so if I've got you interested, check out the links in the description down below.
What a beautiful ad read. I like how the profile pictures are clippy as well. They're still just like absolutely everywhere.
Young chaps are getting like 150 milliseconds or sometimes even slightly lower. So ideally, I want to beat the cracked out young chaps with some science. Okay? Little freaking dinguses. Okay? You little twerps. So the setup looks like this. First, I got a Raspberry Pi from Micro Center and got it set up controlling 4 relays from commands I could send over the Wi-Fi.
All the red lights to turn off. Hey, how about that, baby?
And that's really it for the Raspberry Pi. That'll give me control over whatever circuits we use later to electrocute my arm. Now, the server PC program will need to scan all the pixels on the screen and find human-shaped objects using what's called YOLO computer vision. Then we can determine the distance and direction of the detected object relative to the center crosshair while gaming. With that information, it could tell the Raspberry Pi which circuit to open and for how long. So if the enemy's to the left, it opens this relay, and if it's to the right, it opens a different one. So theoretically, I just needed to connect these relays to circuits that are shocking my arm in those directions.
Position the shockies on my arm in such a way that it moves my arm in the proper direction.
So how do you contract a muscle with an external electric signal? You could risk your life building one from scratch. You got a bunch of resistors and capacitors and or buy an EMS 10s unit. These are designed for muscle stimulation, sending super fast tiny little pulses of high voltage to your chosen muscle groups with these little
This guy's more smart than I will ever be. This is like half the stuff that he's showing looks like equipment you'd find in Phasmophobia.
electrodes.
I want like an involuntary wrist movement.
Personally, I find it unpleasant.
That is tingly, and I don't like that. Oh, dude.
What would happen if you put one on your cock? It would probably... It'd be really good or it'd hurt.
I feel really dumb that this is shocking me.
However, Olivia's little brother couldn't get enough of it.
Dude, you gotta let go. You gotta stop.
So he kindly volunteered to help find the specific muscle groups.
You want to be the test?
Whatever I go to, you go to.
All right, deal. Whatever you go to.
To get the desired hand movement.
Yeah.
Basically, I
Just
needed
screaming.
to locate the specific muscle that needed to contract, and then you place the electrodes on where the nerves enter that muscle, and then somewhere along the muscle itself, and then it stimulates the nerve, contracts the muscle,
Oh, you just start to flex that muscle.
which we can turn on and off with a relay.
That program is scanning the screen for enemies. When it detects an enemy to the right, it activates this switch. When it turns that on, it should flex my muscles so that my hand moves to the right and aims towards the enemy on the right. This is a controlled electrocution to make my reaction time inhuman. I will be the fastest in the world. So flip it on and then
Wait, is he not even using a mouse for this? Is it just his hand?
right back off.
This was one of my dumber decisions, handing Gideon a switch to electrocute me.
Turn it on and then right back off. But I didn't know you were gonna go.
So it worked. I was giving a computer vision program control of
Oh, so it's not even the mouse. Wait, is this allowed? Could he go into like a CS game, like a public CS game with this installed, or no?
my muscles to create neuromuscular aim assist.
All right, I've got my emergency.
Pyro's next video will be... This will give my twink body more muscles.
Shut-offs.
Why do you think I'm drinking protein soy milk? Trying to bulk up.
Assembled it all together, added some emergency switches, contemplated its safety for a weekend, and then it was time.
Not hacks. .py.
Not
The
hacks.
first actual test.
All right, here we go.
Oh, so he is using the mouse.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
How is this? Wait. I thought he designed all this so he'd be absolutely cracked. And it's just zero. He's still missing like every shot.
Ah! Dude!
How is this meant to help? Wait. I thought this would make him like a god gamer or something. Thank you, Nuclear, for the 19 months. Thank you, Josh, for the 5. Trying to contribute to Pyro's next commissions. True.
Oh my
Look at that holy aim.
goodness! Ah!
You should get that trans person that was accused of cheating in the Battlefield 6 beta. You should get her to try this.
Ah! Ah! Shut up! Shut up! Oh my goodness, dude! That was freaky. That was freaky, dude. It's like something was grabbing me.
The software, Raspberry Pi, relays, everything worked exactly as expected. I had successfully reacted to an enemy in-game in under 100 milliseconds. Inhuman fastest in the world. Right
Yeah, but you missed. You missed every shot.
here, you can see the light actuate. Boom. Arm immediately starts moving. Oh, arm immediately starts moving. But you might have noticed I was whiffing everything. What good is reaction time if you're gonna miss? And I didn't finish. I freaked out like time-traveling Napoleon Dynamite.
Ah! Shut up! We're just gonna finish half of it.
So I came back the next day and just decided to turn it up a little bit and do it again, make myself finish the test so I could compare it to the control test.
Hit speed and just do the best that I can do.
He looks like Iron Man off like Etsy.
So I could compare it.
Go.
Okay, you got some hits. Okay, some more hits. Okay, that was a kill. Another kill. He missed.
Freaking battle cry, baby!
Got a hit.
Wise Pro, like, what is going on in there?
I
Third
ran
kill.
through the
Third
test
kill.
2 times.
The incentive to get to the target is insane.
I mean, is it worth it to be good at video games if you end up having to scream at every single enemy that you see? Thank you, Modelo, for the 5. I know Pyro's IGN game journalism is not talking about missing shots. Look, man, when I played the Battlefield 6 beta, I was actually doing all right in that.
Dude!
And the results were
Oh!
bad.
Oh my! Look away! Look away! 7. I turned it up and got even worse.
Wrap it up.
Turn off. Turn off.
Wrap it up.
After all that.
What if you smoke Fent to help you play CS better? Surely he tries that for a next video, right? Thank you, Juice, for the 6. Hi, Fat Man. When are you getting a haircut? Also, when is the Mordecai profile picture coming back? Oh my god, that was... Jesus. You're an old head, I can tell. When am I getting a haircut? I don't know. Probably pretty soon. It's reaching that point now where it's getting way too long.
It makes you worse? So theoretically, I have the fastest reaction time in human history right now. But because of the pain,
He has the fastest reaction time in human history. Are you sure about that?
I'm worse at the game.
After my mental breakdown, I figured out what was going on.
What, bro?
My reaction time was all over the board. On some of the shots, I had inhuman reactions. My hand was...
Can you start reacting to copyrighted movies and shows? YouTube is no longer the method. We need to make a new meta. Yeah, I should do like... what should I do? What should I do? Like when XQC got that Kick deal, and I swear on his second stream, he just watched the entirety of The Dark Knight on Kick. and then the employees had to come into the chat and be like, no, turn this shit off now. Thank you, Ward Patient, for the 3 months. Thank you, Akdov, for the 16.
Would start moving within 100 milliseconds. And then the combination of seeing the enemy with my eyes and feeling the shock on my arm made my natural reaction time quicker as well. So when my human brain kicked in, my hand was already moving towards the target.
That is a crazy shot there. Wow.
And it was nuts.
Dude!
And then on other ones, they're just kind of mediocre. I found that 2 major things were happening. One, the Raspberry Pi sometimes would take 100 milliseconds to kick in. This meant that I was basically...
He did, to be fair, he would have got a headshot if he was only a bit more to the left. He would have got a headshot there.
actually just getting shocked at the same time that I would normally react, which was just a bummer.
The chin cam. I don't have a webcam with me. I might go and buy one today, to be fair, like when I stream FNAF.
Big blue circle is actually a dead zone designed to prevent just that. The other issue is that in this specific test mode, I'm anticipating the enemies. I know that every 2 seconds there's another enemy on the screen, so my arm's all flexed up and tense, which is resisting the contraction of the muscle that's supposed to move my arm. The same way, like, if someone's about to push you, you lean into it. There are 2 very clear solutions here. For the latency, you go to Micro Center, and for the anticipation, well, you go full nakey jakey and go into matchmaking.
Is he still streaming CS? Anytime I see Nakey
Now that you
Jakey,
live in Australia, I can finally watch Slop live without having to stay up until 3 a.m. P.S. We all know you parted your hair to hide that receding hairline.
thank you, Nick. Oh. Thank you, Nick, for the 10. Thank you, Nick, for the 10. Anyways, Is he still streaming CS?
Hey man, it's nice to catch one of your live streams again. But I have to ask, have you watched BoJack Horseman?
He's still playing CS a little bit. My camera's gone down a couple inches because I slammed my desk. I hope you're happy. Thank you for the 15, Stark. Have you watched BoJack? I watched it, but like when it came out, dude, and isn't that like 2019 or something? I need to actually I need to boot it up again at some point, like rewatch it all.
I get to game with my buddies 3 hours a week.
Don't say we're so back. I got baited. He had like the most. That's the name that gets like all the boomers as well. I was just anyway.
Got like 12 kids now. I've got a.
What was his name? Have a guess. It was Nick, Nick, and then Gurr. That they use that for every like. I've seen Ray William Johnson fall for that bit.
Make the most out of those 3 hours. Okay?
Essential.
You know what I didn't have when I was 17? More than $3 and a semi-in-depth understanding of electronics in such a way that I could develop neuromuscular aim assist. Okay?
This is for a man. A real man.
Time out the guy saying splice what he said. Time that guy out.
I'm a great big boy.
At first, I thought lowering the latency would be as simple as upgrading the computer. What I had yet to consider is that going into matchmaking meant I needed my program to differentiate teammates from enemies. Otherwise, I'd just get constantly shocked. First, I tried to make the program search above.
Can you imagine he becomes like a god gamer with this Raspberry Pi? But all he does is just home in on his own teammates, so like every round he just guns down 2 of them and gets banned.
You are the most bisexual looking straight man I've ever seen.
Thank you, Cyber, for the 10. How do you look bisexual? That doesn't make sense. I feel like you can look gay, but you can't look bisexual. Or maybe I'm just being prejudiced.
Bounding box for a nameplate. All my teammates will have their name above their head, right? That made it run really, really slow.
Very stuttery.
And I still
It's called metrosexual.
barely know what I'm doing. So after a few hours, I scrapped that idea and then went on to try and differentiate teammates from enemies using color. So within the bounding box of the human-shaped object, I'd have it try and differentiate like greens and blues for CT side, and then yellows and browns for the T side.
Nice! Nice! Teammates, teammates, teammates!
The system I built for Micro Center, it's got a 9950X3D, pretty serious amount of RAM, like it was eating its Wheaties.
Excellent, and it's fast. That's teammates. Okay, let's go check the other side.
But I just couldn't get it to be consistent.
As soon as we see a CT, it should start actuating the relays. Oh, it thinks they're teammates too. What the heck, man?
The final solution made me feel pretty dumb. So instead of having the computer vision just search for humanoid-shaped objects,
Stinking bald guy. I can't get it to not detect this stinking bald guy.
I could just get a different YOLO model that already differentiates the two, built by all the cheaters.
I didn't know I was using a generic model, and so I need to switch to using
Is that an actual YOLO V8s?
like an actual pre-trained model for CS2
Just the nerd.
game
I will be honest, the coding stuff, it goes way over my head, man. I'm too stupid for that.
characters.
I'm not using it to cheat, though.
I'm gonna modify.
Thank you, Josh, for the 2. You look like Kurt Cobain's gay brother. Anyways. Thank you, EXP Boy, for the 31 months. What a perfect time to start the stream. It's 11 a.m. in Hong Kong. It's always 3 a.m. when you stream in the UK. Is your profile picture me screaming at the camera?
Not hacks to use, because it's not hacks, to use the new CS2 model.
I don't know if I've mentioned that. I'm not cheating. They're cheating.
Teammates! Teammates! Woo, yippee! I'm not gonna get shocked. Well, I mean, I will. I'll go to this other side, and it should just automatically... Oh, that's so much better than the freaking color system I was trying to build myself, dude. Oh, let's go! Enemies!
I slapped in a stinking Micro Center 5090 in this bad boy, and so we were done with latency.
Oh, that's so much better. Look like at me.
Wait, he got a 5090? Well, it depends what 5090, but that's not the best card on the market.
Immediately
All that just to be like... Just have like half a second better reaction time in CS?
detects them. Boom, shocked. Fast reaction time. Da, 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 da.
Latency resolved, can tell the teammates from enemies, but there was one more thing I haven't told you guys about.
But now it's time, I think. I think now's the moment.
Neuromuscular trigger bot.
Okay, I will not. Oh, okay.
I found the specific muscle that flexes my trigger finger.
I did not choose to press my trigger finger there. It did it for me.
And then when the crosshair in-game goes over an enemy's head,
I was so worried he was going to say he just like put it on his balls or something there.
it should click my finger for me.
Your dono didn't play. Sir Sandwich, thank you for the 2. I didn't see a dono come up from you. It might take a minute.
Oh, baby. This is gonna work.
But there was a massive problem. I can't just take these into matchmaking because, like, I'm a YouTuber. I would say not cheats, but some people might consider these cheats. And so what I did was I just took it into matchmaking. You gotta get over here. But before I go into matchmaking, I gotta tell you about this computer. You might have noticed that it has Linux installed. And I'm not yet a true Linux user because I waited 12 minutes to tell you. That's unheard of.
I don't get Linux at all. Is it true that with Linux you need to write lines of code just to open up like Google Chrome or something? You got to write lines of code just to go into your file explorer? Like Linux users do not know that a mouse exists? Is that true? Not always. No? Okay, how many of you are on Linux right now? Okay, half of you are saying yes now. You got to use terminal on stuff to download a program, but it depends on distro you use. You can do that from the command line. Windows propaganda. Yeah, I don't care that Windows spies on me. It's easy to use. Installations are handled through the command prompt. Yeah, I'm too stupid. I'm too stupid to use Linux.
Okay, but I'm gonna stop showering and may or may not be making a switching to Linux video thanks to Micro Center providing all of the electronics for this PC, this entire video, because they've got everything. They've got it all, man. The Raspberry Pis, they have Arduinos that would have worked for this project, but I actually forgot that they had them. They even have like a Jetson Orin Nano, that's another thing that would have done this, that would have worked. Ultra-wide monitors, so you can have a wide field of view as the AI writes your code for you. This guy, Connor, at the Micro Center, he knows things. You go into any other electronics store that will not be named,
Sends people here.
and they'll send you to Connor at Micro Center.
If there's a guy working at a store and he's wearing suspenders like that, you know you're in very good hands.
Because they actually know things at Micro Center. Micro Center's like the last place on earth where you're
God, I will be honest, man. I will be honest. Anytime I see America, it looks like GM Flatgrass in Gary's Mod. It just like it's like there's so much accommodation for cars and then just nothing else. I think if I left my house to go on a walk through that area, I would just feel depressed. Urban hell. It looks so boring. Where's this fit? Wait, is this New Mexico? I recognize those two buildings. This might be New Mexico. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, that is actually like the most Gary's Mod looking city I've seen in my life. Yeah, it's actual GM big city. But none of the skyscrapers go over like 7 stories.
actually gonna get a deal on electronics. All throughout August, they have some insane deals going on for building a computer, so if you're gonna upgrade, or if you wanna build a PC and stop showering with me, this is your moment, man. This is your moment. Stop showering, bro. We'll stop showering together. Sign up for VIP days in the new Phoenix location, you get a free 128 gigabyte flash drive. Go to Micro Center. Come on, yeah? Go to Micro Center!
Urban hell. Urban hell is real.
I'm on Linux and it resets my audio to 100%. Jokes aside, this
You said a sandwich for the 5. The only thing missing is a Best Buy, and I'll be in nostalgia heaven.
was the most unique gaming experience I've ever had.
Dude, I'm in Australia now, and they just got this thing called like EB Games. They got it everywhere. It just reminds me of the ad with that guy. He's like, "Hey guys, welcome to EB Games." I thought it was like only an American company.
Like a jump scare, dude. I'm gonna get shocked at any freaking second. In the cross. Ow, ow, ow! Good crosshair placement is a massive incentive right now. Hey, have you guys ever heard of Neuromuscular aim assist?
That sounds like some muscle memory.
So I hooked up a TENS unit.
EB Games isn't American? What the fuck is EB Games? What? You haven't seen EB Games? What? You have not seen this meme. Are you sure? 10 years ago! It came out 10 years ago. That's rough. Ah, we're all racing to the grave. You guys have never seen an EB Games? They're like everywhere in Australia. Oh, is it Canadian? That was the best acting I've seen in my entire life. Notice how... it's like the car isn't even moving. It's completely static. That's amazing.
Whoa, hey guys, welcome to EB Games. Let me guess.
It's actually like a Mark Zuckerberg drone or something.
Call of Duty.
Advanced Warfare.
Xbox One.
Xbox One. Remember when that was like a big console?
Copy that.
Pick up Call of Duty.
Oh, it's Canadian. EB Games is Canadian, right? Because they're everywhere in Australia, so I just assumed. Yeah. Anyways, a boot. Thank you, Phil, for the 2.
To some CSGO cheats, and it's shocking my arm to the right direction.
That's fucking wild.
But it's not cheats, you know what I'm saying? It's my muscles doing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
yes. Loophole. Holy
we're in agreement then. It's not cheating.
Yeah. I'll believe it.
Excellent, thank you.
At times, it legitimately felt like a computer had control of my
I
arm.
basically have like a trigger pot that.
I remember when the Xbox had games. Well, I always make this joke with Dolan, right? Like, because he has a PS5 for Fall Guys. And I always say the PS5 has no games. And then he gets very angry. But we both agree that Xbox has like negative games. Like they will actually take games away from your library. Like like I mean, here's a good example. Perfect Dark. I was actually looking forward to that. The remake for like the 98 game or whenever it came out. And then that got canned. So Xbox be like, you will have no games, and then we take a game away.
Shocks my finger as well. Ow! Dead guy shocked it.
And other times, I couldn't tell if I was being assisted or not.
Oh, dude, I don't know if that was a trigger bot or me, but good shot.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Sometimes
that's wait, where was the crosshair? That's crazy. Like, especially running as well. Look how far... Look, the luck there is wild because it is so far off the crosshair because he was running at the same time.
things would happen so fast, I didn't even know my arm was doing the thing it was supposed to or what happened.
Ah! It shocked my... It made me aim up. That was kind of cool. Ah!
Like this time, it
Watching you while playing Dead by Daylight. Of course you are, degenerate.
pulled my arm towards an enemy outside the dead zone, but I was already shooting at an enemy in the dead zone. Or this time where for just 2 frames, it thought this teammate was an enemy and moved my arm to the right.
Like a tens unit?
Does it work on?
Yeah, because it's working off colors, right? That's what he said when he set up the bot to actually check.
What is that?
Ow! But it's not cheating because it's my muscles.
That's some crazy shit, bro. We really living in the future.
But other times,
That's some crazy shit, bro. We live in the future.
it was a clear, distinguishable assistance to detecting an enemy I otherwise would have reacted to slower.
Ow. Oh, dude, that was crazy. Dude, it worked! It saw the enemy before I did and made me turn. That's sick! All right, guys, so I'm not cheating. I do have a program running that will electrocute my trigger finger if I'm on their head.
It's kind of awesome.
Do you think that should be considered cheating?
Not valid.
All right, cool. So would you guys personally run
They're saying he's not cheating because they're on his team.
Neuromuscular aim assist?
That is the only reason they're allowing the cheating, by the way. I would do the exact same thing.
And then I found it.
So it should shock my finger. I've found out you need to kind of leave it limp. That way your own muscles don't resist. You need to... Oh!
Scoped weapons.
Oh yeah, he's using a scout. Okay.
With neuromuscular trigger bot?
Wow.
Okay, let's see. Someone's gonna swing the corner, and I'm gonna get shocked.
Wow. I mean, that last guy was just feeding at that point.
Someone's gonna swing the corner, and I'm gonna get shocked.
Like that. Like there was no attempt to stray. Like that was a direct run, but still. That's crazy.
This truly made it feel.
Was he running while doing that shot?
This truly made it.
I kind of stood still for a minute. That's crazy though.
Like I was just better than I actually was.
Oh my goodness, baby!
Like it worked?
Oh! Limp finger.
And it worked good.
Pyro, two things. One, did you ever get around to watching Sinners at the theaters, or did your ADHD keep you from experiencing peak cinema? 2, visit Yellowstone National Park. Fuck the show, literally there is a housing crisis because of the dog shit series.
Thank you, Ranger, for the 10. Wait, there's a housing crisis because of the Yellowstone show? Is it because everyone wants to move there now? Is that why? Did you watch Sinners? No, I bought it on Amazon to watch, but then I was on TikTok half the time, so I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry. But I will sit down and watch it at some point. I'm rewatching Cyberpunk Edge Runners at the minute. Because season 2 is coming out apparently next year or something.
That feels wild.
So in conclusion, the concept of giving a computer vision cheat program control of your muscles and movements can potentially make you the fastest in the world. Like with some more precise electrodes potentially placed in the skin, maybe like 8 channels.
You concur? Not cheating?
I think so, yeah.
You think it'd make you better?
I mean, theoretically.
Hi Pyro,
yeah.
I never have
Fast.
time to catch your streams, just got off my night shift. Thank you for making me laugh at the lowest point of my life. Can't wait for the next main channel vid.
Oh, thank you, Humpty. Appreciate it. Yeah, next one's going to be Fear and Hunger. Wait 1 second. I need to link one of the mods, something apparently. I would put Subway Surfer footage on, but... Waiting for more vids on the slop channels. I upload like twice a day on there. Okay. Sorry, one of my mods was trying to get access into my YouTube account. And I was just walking them through how to do it.
I'm gonna say yes.
Some solid state relays that have significantly less latency. And if you wanted to get riskier, just connect this to Ethernet instead of wireless, you could realistically give yourself some...
Pyro's getting alerted about more fan art. I mean, I will be honest about that. After seeing the Kaz animation for Team Fortress 2, I've started to commission art again. I took a bit of a break, but I've commissioned a fair amount of TF2 Pyro recently. I'm very mentally ill.
Sub 50 millisecond reaction time and have it move your muscle precisely to the enemy's head instead of just a directional assistance.
And then electrocutes my finger to shoot.
That's cool.
But I don't know if I want to spend the 3 hours a week I get gaming getting tased in the arm.
I turned it up.
Ah, and man, I forgot to tell him I was using Linux. I'm gonna go smell some.
He should have actually done an experiment. You know what he should do for his next video? I got a genius idea. CSGO, but he puts pain receptors on him to recreate taking damage. So if he gets tased, you know, he gets shocked all over his body. If he gets shot in the head,
What is a robot?
he gets a deadly electric shock to his temples and dies. I think that's a very good idea. All right, what else we got? Valve responds to PayPal banning Steam.
If you've tried to buy a game on Steam recently, you might have seen this message. Valve has announced the removal of PayPal as a payment option in many countries. This is not a bug or a mistake. It's part of a bigger problem. The biggest question is, why is this only—
No! No, they removed PayPal? So now I
How
can't...
has your recovery from the CSGO skin insanity been? Your voice does not sound as deep as it used to be. Are you alright?
No, I'm fine. It's all the estrogen I'm taking. No, I don't know why, like... I don't know why I did, like, that fake deep voice back then. Like, it genuinely must have been, like, an autistic thing or something. It's like, how's it going, everyone? Flashbang here. Like, I have no idea why I did that. Also, they're removing PayPal. I now cannot buy... You know in Assassin's Creed Shadows, by the way, on Steam, you could buy, like, in-game currency before the game has even came out. You can pre-purchase in-game currency. Like, that is the most Ubisoft thing I've seen in my entire life. Also, is that guy's Steam profile picture just like a mini Kanye West in a football shirt?
only happening in certain countries. Now, you might remember 1 month ago when we first talked about the collective shout, Steam adding a new rule, and the mass removal of games.
Oh, I saw this, the collective shout thing. Like MasterCard and stuff basically kneeled.
That it seemed like PayPal was involved. This is because right at that same time, it seemingly stopped working. It was unknown if this was some bug, a coincidence.
Only 160 views, bro fell off. Oh no, my Twitch has always been dead. Ever since I got banned, it's always been dead. Most people moved over to YouTube. I just kind of dual stream just because some people just, you know, they won't leave Twitch, which is fair.
Coincidence are actually related to the situation. Now, when you try to use PayPal in an unavailable country, you get this official statement from Valve. Steam stated in early July 2025, PayPal notified Valve that the requiring bank for payment transactions in certain currencies was immediately terminating the process of any transactions related to.
This affects Steam purchases using PayPal and currencies other than euros, Canadian dollar, Great British pound, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, and United States dollar. Damn. That's like most first world countries then, basically.
Steam. This is important because an acquiring bank is the bank that handles pay.
Wait. Does that mean Sweden's affected? They didn't mention the krona. Oh my god, it's over. Oh my god, it's over. Sweden, it's over.
Payments on.
I'm happy I left Sweden now.
On a company's side. Think of it as the bank that collects the money for Steam. They go on to say this affects currencies other than euro, Canadian dollar, British pound, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, and the United States.
Yeah, actually no mention of krona. Like, not even Norwegian krona. What do Finnish people use? Is it Finnish krona? Oh, they use the... What? They use the euro? Unlucky.
It's dollar. This means that for every other currency in the world, PayPal is no longer a payment option to buy Steam games. They continue by saying...
Yeah, Swedish krona actually makes no sense though, dude. You go into like... They add like 2 zeros onto everything. It's like you go into a supermarket, you see a bottle of water, it's like $1,000.
We hope to offer PayPal as an option for these currencies in the future, but the timeline is uncertain. We're also evaluating adding additional payment methods on Steam for the customers affected by this. In the meantime, please use one of our other current payment methods during checkout. If you can't use any of the available options, you can consider using a Steam wallet code to add funds to your account. This confirmed.
Thank you, sir, for the 2. When's the Bub Games collab? The collab will be, I'll be playing Gmod and he will join and troll me relentlessly.
That they were actively trying to fix a problem.
Why is your chat no longer on your screen? That's a good question, actually. Okay, so the reason why I don't have chat on screen anymore is because it's a really stupid reason. And it's probably the same reason why you don't see it on critical streams either. So Twitch emailed me and they said, you can dual stream, that's fine. But you can't, if you're streaming on Twitch, you cannot show YouTube chat because you're like promoting competition. So I basically had the choice of only showing Twitch chat or just removing chat entirely, which is like, that's a bit stupid. I don't really, I thought that was really stupid, honestly. But, you know, it's like, I got partner back, so it's, whatever.
Problem that they did not create. But this statement also...
Black Mesa mentioned. Oh, I wanted to talk about Black Mesa, actually. I'm going to play through Black Mesa again at some point. I did try it a fair few months ago. It was kind of dead, you know. It's like, I did that when I was a 20-year-old, full of life, full of... I was going to say jizz. Riz? Spunk? What's the word when you're full of life? I don't know. But I'm an old man now. I'm 28. I don't have the energy I used to have. I'm old. The retirement home is calling me. So what I was planning on doing is I talked to Vinny Vinesource because he played through like Half-Life with a bunch of mods, and we got set up with like a mod team, and we're basically going to get like a bunch of like, oh, sprunk, that was the word. Right. Anyways, we were going to get like a bunch of mods made, custom mods, like personalized mods. And then I was going to play through the entire game again to try and actually get the purple hat. I imagine it'd probably be 2 streams, maybe? Because it's like an 8-hour game, right? Thank you, Untitled, for the 20.
Leaves us with a massive question. If the problem is with Steam's content...
I mean, it could even be a main channel video, you know, if the mods are there and it, like...
Why would the bank only care about...
Does he read YouTube chat? No.
...certain currencies? Why is PayPal still working perfectly fine in big markets like...
$89 for a game. Bruh. I bet you that's the standard edition as well.
...the US and the EU? One person on Reddit decided to call PayPal's customer service in Poland to get an answer. The lady insisted I contact Steam because they were the ones who pulled the plug because Steam prefers customers to use their balance. When the user read the official Steam message to the rep, she became irritated and hung up. Does this sound...
Wait, fat mod when? Okay. Hang on. So I mentioned a fat mod? Okay. I want to show you something. The, you know that game, Who's Lila? Who's Lila, right? Really good game. So, is it still there? Oh, maybe it's not there anymore. Ah. Oh. Wait, Keo, are you there? Can you send me that code again that they gave me for the last look along Woodward Boulevard? That beta code or whatever it was? Okay, basically I was going to show it, but I don't think I can anymore because like what was the code? Hang on. Hang on. I want to show this. It's not explicit, don't worry. But basically, the developers of Who's Lila, which is an amazing game, I have to do a video on that at some point. I need to stream it. They've made another game called Last Look Along Woodward Boulevard. And they gave me a code for the game before it came out. And they basically said to me, go into the beta. I don't know if this will work, actually. Okay, it works. It works. It works. The code works. So they said to me, play the game and then put in this code for the beta. I don't think the full game's out yet. It's paid promotion? God, I wish. Yeah, I put like an hour into this game. Is it actually out yet? Let me see. Might just be beta. Yeah, it's not out yet. It's only a beta. Selected version, Pyro. That's all it's called.
Hello Mr. Pyro, it's your girl Jinx3 here again. Hope you're doing amazing and I hope everything goes well for you. Much love, thank you again from support less than 3.
Thank you, Jinx, for the 10. Okay, this is too loud. This is too loud.
I remember life from
Turn it down! There we go.
rustling up trees and white mud from the neighborhoods. The wind walks between the gray and the sunshine.
Okay.
I only want to go home.
I mean, we could play this, to be fair. And then we can go back to the video. Can you not change? It's stuck at 1920. Oh my god. This is going to be so compressed. Is it a Guna game? No, no, it's not. I can actually see the video better on my second monitor because it's shrunk down. It's not a Guna game, stops watching.
This is a heap of stones. He's here to mark your way. There's something off about him.
I can't skip this, by the way, if anyone's wondering. The psychic looks like you? How? PS1 Greta Thunberg. It's not Kurt Cobain. Shut up. Was it another the ice show speed face? Like all the same sound effects from Who's Lila as well.
Can we please get a main channel video on Ultra Kill? Also, I've watched you since the Leafy era. Your slop makes work a little less boring. Much love, you skin twink. PS, fix her haircut. Despicable.
Thank you, Lucky, for the 10. I will get a haircut this year. Reminds you of a David Lynch movie. If it was black and white, I'd agree. Is this a Channel Awesome skit? Okay, come on, man. They made Who's Lila? Come on. Are we playing? Dude, I gotta close my blinds. I can't see a thing in this game. It's so dark. And although she was afraid of the dark, she was curious of what lied there. So cautiously, the little girl lifted the veil and trod into the darkness behind. Yeah, the code to play this was August 27th. So I'm not expecting great things. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. 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 I could literally I could immediately tell from the shadow. Yep. So that's it. That's the only thing they changed in this game. Great. Great stuff, developers. Great stuff. Great stuff. Machinery. Seems very old. It's slowly leaking some sort of black liquid. This had no effect. The machine might need to be stopped first. Okay. There we go. Oh. Got like a film reel. That silhouette is crazy, by the way. Oh, you can't see your legs. It's over. You there? Can you hear me? You're not supposed to surface here. An unfortunate hurdle, you see. This place is out of my direct reach. Our navigator was compromised. Regardless, you'll need to get back to me somehow. I'm waiting at a place called the Mezzo. With that noisy machine working, you couldn't hear yourself think. I think your focus will only get better from now on. I'll be waiting up ahead. Press and hold space to inspect your thoughts. Movement can slightly nudge them about. What the hell? Okay. Oh. As you open the door, you are met with a blinding white light. You can't help but shut your eyes in fear of getting burnt. In a moment, it disappears, leaving behind only dim, grey luminance. Oh, so you can, like, see your thoughts? Okay. You see a picture of a girl and a boy arguing in a corridor. You don't recognize them. The more you look at it, the more sad thoughts seem to come up. This picture seems to have been torn apart and then reattached with a piece of tape. The more you look at it, the more anxious your thoughts seem to come up. When anxious, you're alert to hidden objects. Press space to view your thoughts. Wait, I want to see the rest of them, though. You see two boys seemingly fighting. You don't recognize them. The more you look at it, the more angry the thoughts seem to come up. You see 4 people discussing something in a dimly lit bedroom. You don't recognize them. Still, the more you look at it, the more peaceful thoughts seem to come up. This seems so familiar. You don't see anything in this picture. Okay, so anxiety can show hidden objects. Oh, I see. You're meant to, like, bring a thought of a certain color, like, into the middle of the screen, I think. Uh-oh. Well, nearly died there. Do we go this way? But your sprint bar does not last long. Jump down here. And so you fell. The fall so deep and long, there was no more hope of coming back. Sense of neither direction nor self. As you arrive at the deep place, unfathomably distant, you realize that the one falling seems to have been lost along the way. That was a death? What? What? Okay, I'll probably come back to this game at some point. It's just really obvious they made the character outline fat. All right. Let me go back to the React Andy, because I kind of forgot about that.
Sound familiar, because it should. This is the same thing we saw with MasterCard and Visa. When those companies put pressure on Steam, they then publicly denied it. So Valve had to be the one to tell the public the truth. It's clear that PayPal is now doing the same thing, blaming Steam to avoid talking about their own actions. When you put all the facts together, it shows a clear connection. This is a...
It's too dark. Can you open the blinds? I'm going to be exposed to light now. Just look incredibly pale. There we go.
Bigger plan to control what people can and can't buy online. For this Steam situation, it all began with an activist group asking payment companies to stop handling payments for games.
When are you planning to react to the edits people made for the video editor application? Oh, yeah, true. We need to do that, actually. Yeah, Keo, if you're still around, we need to actually do that, like compile all the edits and stuff.
Been a viewer since MLG in it. Think you'll ever do a main channel vid on the Nier series?
Thank you, Basing, for the 10. The Nier series. I never played any of them. I hear that they're just really good. Have you played any CRPG? What's CRPG? Is that Cyberpunk?
With sexually explicit content. MasterCard and Visa were some of the first to act, which led to Steam's new rule. MasterCard denied doing this, but Valve's statement proved they were the ones responsible.
MasterCard did not communicate with Valve directly despite our request to do so. A Valve representative said MasterCard communicated with payment processors and they're acquiring banks. Payment processors communicated this with Valve, and we replied by outlining Steam's policy since 2018 of attempting to distribute games that are for legal distribution. I swear this all started because of that one game that everyone talked about, the one that got banned. It was like a rape simulator or something like that. And then the dev like defended it bizarrely and then actually took it down.
That exact same time, the game store itch.io had its payment services with Stripe removed. Stripe's statement was clear, saying it couldn't support this kind of content because of its banking partners. This proves that these banks and payment companies are indeed the ones stopping the payments. Now,
a what simulator? Yeah, I'm happy that you don't know about it. There was a name of that game. I forgot the name of it though. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Game gets removed off Steam. Not that one. That's only up. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No mercy. Like, I'm not going to look it up on Google because it'll probably just come up with actual images of the game. 70,000 petitioners. Gaming platform Steam has removed No Mercy. Let's use this roleplay as a serial rapist.
We have the exact same thing happening with PayPal. A bank on PayPal's side has ended its agreement with Steam. The fact that all these events happened at the same time makes it impossible to think that this is just some wild coincidence. Now, you might be wondering, why was PayPal only removed for some countries? They start by making changes in smaller markets with fewer legal protections. This allows them to test their power and put pressure on companies without risking their biggest markets like the US and the EU.
Damn, look at Europe though, it's lit up. Oh my god.
This strategy is meant to force companies like Valve to agree to their demands.
Do you like Abiotic Factor? I tried playing it, but like, I don't know, man. I'm too stupid. I'm too stupid for games like that.
Everywhere without a major fight. The good news is that Valve is not giving up. Their statement that they are actively looking for new payment methods for affected customers is a big sign that they are fighting for gamers and will not be pushed around by these companies, although they sort of have to right now. So the PayPal ban is not a bug, whether it's the banks, card networks.
Why was Canada so dark on the heat map? I don't know, they're playing like hockey or something.
Payment processors, they all try to deny any of this is happening, but there is a clear history, not just with Steam, but for all kinds of reasons. It's getting so big that we have the Japanese government and even Donald Trump stepping in to stop this from happening by signing a new executive order guaranteeing fair banking for all Americans. We even got a statement from the chairman of the FDIC mentioning how they are going to be adding a new rule so these financial companies have to stop using reputational risk as a reason to deny business. So now we have MasterCard trying to remove service on Steam through their acquiring banks, PayPal removing service on Steam for a bunch of countries because of their acquiring banks, and Stripe removing service on itch because of their banking.
What do you guys mostly use to buy games on Steam? What do you use? I use a Visa debit. Personally, I don't use PayPal. I don't use PayPal for I don't really use PayPal for anything. Oh, use PayPal, it's over. Yeah, I literally only use PayPal for commissions, like nothing else. I can't think of anything else I use PayPal for. I just use like direct debit for pretty much everything. Damn, so many of you use PayPal. Oh, Visa? Yeah, Visa, okay. Oh my god, one guy in chat says that he gets like a Steam card, like a gift card, IRL. You gotta be like one of the 5 people that still do that. That's crazy.
Partners. So this is clearly a massive problem that needs to be fixed. In 6 months though, the government will officially have a strategy.
I delete my PayPal after it got hacked since I never use it. Yeah, it makes sense.
On stopping this from happening, which could include new laws and regulations, but obviously this might not help everyone around the world, like what we are seeing with PayPal removing service in select countries. The best part about this new statement though is that Valve officially confirms that they are working on new payment methods, especially for the affected countries. We have joked about the idea of Valve Pay, but Valve joining the payment space to avoid these problems really doesn't seem like a stretch anymore. Around 2012 to 2013, Valve became concerned that Microsoft's new Windows 8 and its App Store model could threaten Steam's dominance in PC gaming.
#1 top selling game right now, Pretty Derby. The horse game that someone in chat was shilling. I'm pretty sure I still have it somewhere here, like saved. What's the most played game on Steam right now? Is it still CS? Yep. That's crazy. Like right now, there's over 500,000 people playing CS. I'm surprised Dota 2 is second place. PUBG, I've heard, it's funny because I had an Uber driver. It was like an Indian guy. And he was like shilling his channel to me and stuff. And he just kept telling me over and over like how huge PUBG is in India. Like apparently it's massive there. Peak? Oh, Peak is number 4. No way. I'm surprised that Marvel Rivals is even in top 10. I thought it kind of fell off a bit. What is banana? What the hell is that? This is like the 6th most played game on Steam. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? That's crazy. What? Oh no. I got a chat. I got window cleaners on the left. I got window cleaners. They might. Can you hear them? No, the mic isn't picking them up. You can't see them. But the window cleaners are here. I hope they don't make fun of me for being a streamer.
This worry directly led Valve to create its own operating system, SteamOS, to reduce its
Say hi to them. The windows are all sealed. You can't open the windows.
reliance on Windows, which anyone who knows about SteamOS now, it outperforms Windows on gaming benchmarks. With this being such a big issue that clearly shows how these companies like Steam heavily rely on these payment companies, and Gabe Newell loving to be a game
Smile and wave. Why am I embarrassed? Oh shit. They're lowering the window. We're literally on eye level right now. It's over.
changer from his deep sea marine research to his neuroscience brain implant
Knock on the window. It's not funny though. You can't see it.
company, I wouldn't put it past them to try to make a solution. We also can't forget Elon Musk, who is aware of the Steam censorship
There is now a petition to stop credit card companies and activists from controlling what we play, watch, and read.
and has mentioned he is working on XPay. So this is a problem.
XPay? Bruh. Could you imagine, like, how are you going to pay for this game? I'm going to use Twitter money. I'm going to use Twitter bucks.
We are dealing with right now, but hopefully
Please show them the shoe. The shoe didn't make it. I told you, it's still back in the UK. It was too big.
it will be fixed soon. Do you think we can
What else we got? Dude, they left. Oh my god, dude, they raised the little crane thing and they didn't even finish cleaning my window. I think they left out of like embarrassment. That's rough. That's really rough. Anyways, an entire generation just stopped buying games because there are no games.
Imagine everybody telling you how useless you are while still demanding that you buy their stuff. You know, 5 years ago, they said that $70 was the new normal. Now they're eyeing
XPay shows up on my bank statements. The tellers will think I'm paying for porn.
$80 games. Microtransactions have infested everything. Mobile gaming's gone nuclear. These guys have brought in billions of dollars off the back of our spending and then poured 2 to 3 times as much into absolute garbage. And after all of that, an entire generation just stopped buying games. We're about to watch the games industry bottom out and lose the back end. Years of financial pressure shoved onto players, games being torn apart and sold back to us piece by piece, all to keep their shareholders happy.
Well, it's more we don't even get new games anymore. We just get like battle passes and DLCs. But like, remember when DLCs were good? Like the BioShock DLC, like the Witcher DLC? I mean, to be fair, the best DLC I can think of in recent memory is like Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, which was actually so big, it could have actually been like its own standalone game.
All about to flip. And it's not because of some new trend or protest. It's because Gen Z isn't buying. And not out of choice. They've just been priced out of the hobby entirely.
Battlefield 6 seems too good to be true. Oh, I've seen all the comparisons with Battlefield 6, right? How it's like, you know, really grounded, really gritty. You know, like your teammate's down, you grab him, you drag him back, and then stick him with the hypo to revive him. And then they cut to COD, and it's just like Nicki Minaj skin, like shaking her ass.
Locked out of an economy.
Shadow of the Erd Tree. Yeah, that was a good DLC as well.
Handed debt instead of jobs and scam after scam ever since they became adults. You know, every time that I've ever talked about any of these video game industry issues, whether that's spending, pricing, or anything else, it's always...
What time is it in the UK? I don't know. I'm not in the UK at the minute. It's probably like 4 in the morning or something.
Always been that it's not that these guys can't do any of this stuff. It's just that they're too damn aggressive. They're moving way too fast. They're asking for way too much, and they're outpacing their own customers to the point.
They added Beavis and Butthead to COD. I saw that. They will actually they're trying to be Fortnite so bad
that they're lapping us. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about why younger players are spending a fraction of what their older counterparts are and why that number just dropped even further. We're also going to be digging into how this industry has been
What time is it in Melbourne? It's like 2 in the afternoon.
Burning through its audience faster than it can replace them, and why this might be the moment that it all falls apart. You know, I thought we had it bad. These kids are cooked. I feel like I've been sounding the alarms for the...
I like how like the meta for buzzwords changes every 3 years.
better part of a year now, pointing
like cooked was not a word that people would use 3 years ago.
out every crack in the hull before the ship hits the rocks. Hell, Activision is out here channeling their inner Titanic by openly stating that they think Call of Duty is, quote, too big to fail.
Activision is apparently not worried about Battlefield 6 because COD is too big to fail. God, I hope they're wrong. I really hope they're wrong. Imagine if there was a huge shift and they panicked. Because the only way to make COD a better game is for another game to come up and like slurp up the player base, and then they panic.
While apparently completely unaware of the generational iceberg every publisher is about to slam into.
Like, games stagnate because they have no competition. Once they get competition, then they have to innovate.
Now, before we get too deep into the why, let's start talking about what's actually happening. In an article from PC Gamer written by Stevie Bonifield titled, "New Study Shows Gen Z is spending way less on video games than older gamers. Young people can't even afford gaming anymore." They write, young people are so strapped for cash right now.
I mean, it's more that like video games are more popular now than they've ever been. I saw this really interesting video yesterday on Kurzgesagt, where it was talking about alcohol, right? And they mentioned how Gen Z are like, they're the first generation to drink less alcohol more than any other generation before them combined. But then they also mentioned the fact that like, you know, meeting up with people and like going to parties and stuff, that's like halved since the previous generation. So this is like the generation where half the people are just kind of indoors all the time. Or they're just too committed to work or like a job or something. And that's why, like, you know, streaming and YouTube and stuff just keeps getting bigger and bigger because there's more people that are just kind of, you know, inside a lot. They also said there was a correlation because apparently alcohol consumption on Gen Z has gone down, but weed consumption has gone up.
Now that even video games are too expensive for them. A June study by Circana, first reported by the Wall
Clean up your room? When you... Bruh. See how clean my room is? What are you talking about?
Street Journal found that spending among 18 to 24-year-olds dropped by 13% from January to April 2025 compared to last year. Video game purchases were hit particularly hard, falling nearly 25%.
To be fair, I do remember being like 13 and I just had no money. I had no money at all. Like, because my parents, before they worked with the company, because obviously they work with the channel now, like with merch and stuff like that. Before that, they used to be teachers. And being a teacher in the UK is one of the worst jobs you can ever have. Like, you have to deal with so much shit and you barely get paid for it. And I just remember, like, there was basically no money back then. So what I would do is, on my Xbox 360, I think I got it like 3 years after the console came out or something. And all I would do was play Xbox demos over and over and over again because I just didn't have any money to get any actual games. There's a tissue on the floor to the left. No, that's a sock. That's my gym socks.
According to a chart Circana's Matt Piscatella shared on Blue Sky. For context, Piscatella shared another chart comparing the...
Alcohol went down because everyone wants to do hard drugs. No, I think alcohol went down with Gen Z because most Gen Z aren't even at the legal age to drink yet.
Drop in spending among Gen Z to spending changes in older generations. The difference is dramatic. Where older generations spending dropped less than 5%, Gen Z's is plummeting.
It's a sock. It's a sock. What are you look. It's a sock. No, I shown it on purpose to make sure that you knew it wasn't a cum sock.
Particularly surprising to see such a sharp drop in spending on video games, which historically cater to young people. Now, to reference Matt Piscatello's post directly, video game spend among 16 to 24s is down sharply. Young grads are having a much tougher time finding jobs. Student loan payments are restarting for millions of borrowers. Credit card delinquency rates have risen to their highest points.
Hit it against the table. What? Look, I'll hit it on the chair, okay? There you go. Look, very, very flexible. Very flexible. Not crusty. Not crusty at all, okay? I'm glad we got that one sorted. I'm glad we got that one addressed.
Since before the pandemic, overall purchasing by 18 to 24s has plummeted, especially when compared to other age groups. Now that's already bleak, but here's where it gets critical for the games industry. Back in March, a separate study showed that Gen Z and Gen A already make up 28.
Wait, someone did like fan art on the subreddit? Hang on. Oh, that's sick. What the hell? I like how the suggested tab is just like, he's done. He's done. The Quaternity of Game Reviews. So that's me. That's Funk. That's Super Eye Patch Wolf. And that's... Ah, what's his name again, chat? Chat, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Maxor. Maxor, is it? Maxor, that's it. Maxor. Yeah. No one helped, by the way. No one typed that. Yeah, Maxor. Yeah, Funk's reviews are actually unreal. Like the effort he does with that kind of... I think he uses SFM, but the fact it's all like got that kind of stop motion aesthetic, that's great. And then Eye Patch Wolf as well. He did a video that I watched recently. He also did a really good Fear and Hunger video. Actually, what's Maxor been doing recently? Has he uploaded? He actually did. A Monster Hunter. Red Dead. Dude, we, like, game reviewers do not upload a lot. We do not upload a lot. And there is a reason behind that.
8% of all gamers. Millennials just falling right behind them at 26%. The difference between the two of them is that only 18% of millennials reportedly spent nothing on games, while more than double.
Gen Z are less likely to spend money on games, both purchase and in-app purchases. 28% do not spend any money on games.
Pull that number of Gen Z gamers spent nothing at all.
41% make in-app purchases, 48% of millennials, and among those who do.
And
well, it's because they have no fucking money. Like, why do you think whenever a game comes out on Steam or something and it's like, it's free, people flock to it? No one has any money. Yeah, no, I can see people in chat coping. Like, we have no money. Like, no, literally. Like, I remember as a kid, like, before I got lucky with YouTube and I got, like, the YouTube money, like, we literally had no money. So, the only reason I got an Xbox, by the way, when I got an Xbox 360, because I had, what did I have? Growing up, I had a PS1 when everyone was on a PS2. And then I jumped straight to an Xbox when everyone had the Xbox 360, the original Xbox. And then when I got a 360, the only reason we got a 360 is because my granddad, who passed away many years ago, rest in peace, he basically helped pay for me to get an Xbox, basically. Like, we couldn't have done it without him. Like, he scraped all of his money together and stuff like that. I find that like a crazy turn of events. Like, if my granddad... if he didn't get me an Xbox, I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube. And I find that absolutely wild. Like, that is the craziest butterfly effect.
When they do spend, it's less across the board. Just 35% of Gen Z average more than $10 a month on my...
W Granddad. I'm pretty sure he was able to afford it because he didn't pay his taxes.
Microtrans...
But that's another story. That's another story.
Transactions compared to 50% of millennials. And remember, all this data came out before the latest spending drop, which means that right now...
And you wouldn't be a fat, furry degen? I don't know, man. I got unrestricted internet access, like, pretty early on, so I think that would have happened anyway.
Now, younger generations are probably spending less than half of what their older counterparts do. Now, we add this to the fact that older generations are aging out of the hobby, playing less, sticking to older games that were aimed at them,
Well, yeah, okay, that's true. Why do you think, like, all the indie games right now have that, like, PS1 aesthetic to them? There's, like, a huge craving for that stuff now.
Spending less money, and you have a spending collapse.
That's so sad to say, though. To say out loud. That, like, you don't have time for video games anymore because of your job. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, no responsibilities, I would just play GTA 5 online on the Xbox, just, like, all day. All day. But, like, I can't do that now, because if I played GTA Online now, it'd be like, you know, my brain would be like, wait, this isn't making me money. This isn't supporting my team. This isn't building my future. Growing up sucks. Take me back so I can just play Hitman Blood Money over and over.
That is going to pull the rug right out from underneath the industry. And I do not see this getting better because nothing about the conditions for younger.
Also, I think as well, like, when you're younger, your brain is a lot smaller. So you get pleased easier by other things. So, like, me playing, like, as a teenager, like, me playing GTA 5 all day online, that was, like, great. That was enough for me. But I feel like doing it now as, like, a 28-year-old, it's just kind of like, no, you just get bored in, like, 5 minutes. That's why I find it really interesting when a lot of games end up doing, you know, when they have, they'll do remakes or remasters of games, and then you play it, and, like, the nostalgia's there, but it's very faint. It's not like you're experiencing it again when you're a child. It's almost like a memory of it, if that makes sense. I know that sounds a little bit corny. I mean, a good example here is, like, I grew up playing the Spyro games, right? And then when I played Spyro Reignited Trilogy, I was like, oh, this is so good. This is like my childhood. And then I didn't even end up finishing any of the games in the trilogy, apart from the first one. Because I was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, when I played those games, I was like, what, like 7 or something? So it's just like, you know, you're so easily amused by... I remember, I've said this story before. I went round to my neighbor's house when I was like 11, right? With my sister. This is back when I lived in Birmingham. Obviously before YouTube and stuff like that. This is when I was... this is a very rare instance of when I was a normie. Crazy stuff to imagine. But I went around to my neighbor's house. It was like a Canadian guy, and he was like... he was partners with like a Swedish woman, I think. And he invited us over and let us play Gears of War on the Xbox 360, the original Gears of War. And this is like a core memory I'll always have. I remember seeing Gears of War for the first time and just being blown away by the graphics, because I was only used to playing on a PS1, right? So seeing this on the 360, like, it actually, like, if you look at Gears of War now, it doesn't look that great, okay? Washed out textures, it's all brown, blah, 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 blah. But, like, it's like an 11-year-old seeing that, you are like, oh my God, this is photorealistic, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, it was crazy.
For generations is going to improve anytime soon. I mean, I know it's practically a generational tradition now for each one to call the next one the problem, too lazy, too soft, unmotivated, doing something that the older crowd doesn't like. I'm a millennial. I heard it all. We lack work ethic. We're techno.
Wait, it was a 2006 game, so I was 9 years old when that game came out. Maybe I was even younger than 11.
Technology obsessed. We didn't respect authority. We weren't loyal to our employers. We were entitled, narcissistic, which I always found hilarious considering that those traits...
Millennials and entitlement in the workplace. This is what, like...
supposedly would be coming from the people that raised and educated us. It's basically just...
It's like how people will complain about Gen Z. It's like, oh, you Gen Zs, you're so ungrateful. Back in my day, I could have bought a house for $30.
Them criticizing their own work, but at least we could escape it. We had the internet at the time, which still felt like our own. Gen Z doesn't. They live under a constant torrent of criticism for things entirely outside of their control.
Take bets, take odds. Which one of these guys lives at home right now?
Notice how every single one of them has the Shure SM7B mic. Every single one of them.
At age.
I think most men with even an ounce of testosterone would find this a touch demeaning.
Why do they all look the exact same?
To bring back shame in this country, Josh. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, you would have to waterboard me like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed to get me to admit that I'm a stay-at-home son.
But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash, and therein lies a big part of the problem.
It's like watching that Amy Schumer thing, like, watching a female comedian until I laugh. There's no jobs. There are no jobs. Gen Z are broke. Like, I'm Gen Z. I'm successful. I'm a multimillionaire. And that is like the 0 point. Like, do you know how lucky I am to be in the situation I am in right now? Like it should not have happened with how many random things, how many butterfly effects that happened to me to be in the situation I am now. And then she sat there like, why aren't all of Gen Z like that? Why aren't they hustling? Why aren't they getting up at 6 in the morning? Why aren't they grinding? Where's your Coinbase account? Why aren't you investing in Ethereum? There's no fucking jobs, bro. When I came back from Sweden, I remember having some like normie friends that weren't YouTubers or anything. And even they were like, we cannot get a job. You can't even get a job at Max, which is like their McDonald's. There's like a waiting list.
I'm going to crash out. They need to put me on the news. How can you blame them? We've seen nothing but headlines of companies switching to AI and automation. Microsoft just laid off 9,000 people at Xbox to build AI.
I'm Gen Z and I have a job. It took me 2 years. Yep, there you go.
Infrastructure.
2 years to get a job.
Fast food joints are running.
I just feel so bad for the people that like... Oh, hang on.
Pyro, have you seen the first season of Fargo? It's pretty good.
I haven't seen the series. I know David Thewlis is in like one of the seasons, so I do want to watch it, but I saw the film. I just feel bad for all the people that will go to uni, pay this exorbitant fee of like uni debt and their accommodation in most cases, and then they can't even get a job with their like diploma or their degree. Like, how fucked is that? Like, okay, I've said this before. It shows how fucked our society is that I am in like the top 1% of earners, and all I'm doing is sitting in my apartment and talking shit about a video. I like that blows me away. That shows how like dystopian all of this is, genuinely. I get it, you know, it's like, oh, he's being less self-aware, but it's genuinely fucked. It really is.
Running with skeleton.
I mean, I'm so happy to be in the job and the position I'm in now, because one thing I will say is I remember like every single parents' evening I had growing up, I'd always say to my mom and dad, he's really smart, but he never applies himself in class. He does not listen. He does not concentrate. He does not care. And I know that comes across as a bit of a Redditor thing, like, he's actually so intelligent. It's all beneath him. Like, no, genuinely, I just couldn't pay attention because my brain was just absolutely cooked. But yeah, it's like, I hate this kind of like, you get these like boomers that are like getting older and then they project the hatred onto like the generation beneath them.
Crews and robots. Kids are graduating from college to find their entry-level jobs don't even exist anymore.
I'm not dragging the story. There's always someone new on this stream. They need to hear the story again.
Or somehow now require 5 years of experience. Their degree, which was told to them was their one ticket in life, is now useless. They are saddled with debt. They're being spawn camped by college costs.
Spawn camped by college costs. Imagine getting someone on like Fox News to break down this guy's verbiage. Over 4 million Gen Zers are jobless, and experts blame colleges for worthless degrees and a system of broken promises for the rising number of NEETs. Wow, the fact they're using NEET in like an official article as well.
Was there one
What does NEET mean again? It's like not an employment, education, or training. Yeah, that's it.
Ticket in life is now useless. They are saddled with debt. They're being spawn camped by college costs, DoorDash, and buy now, pay later scams.
Gen Z not drowning in buy now, pay later debt yet, but experts warn it's a luxury lifestyle trap. Yeah, apparently Gen Z are more into buying like designer clothing and luxury stuff more than like any other generation.
It's because they can't afford to buy anything outright. They've been scalped, Dropbox, pulled into
Yep, Klarna moment.
Pyramid schemes, conned into gambling on crypto and
meme coin to buy. Why Gen Z gamers say this is the best altcoin to buy right now. Dude, if it has a Doge or a Pepe on it, do not buy it.
Spam with sports ads at every given turn. They're careening towards a future with no real hope or relief. And the best thing that society can give them is a mix of finger-waving Karens and some pull yourself up.
The only financial advice I'll ever give is whenever KSI tweets again on his crypto account to do something, do the complete opposite and you'll be a millionaire overnight.
Your bootstrap Andes that are lecturing them for not wanting to swim in the pool.
Bootstrap Andes. This guy... His brain might be more cooked than mine. Okay, it isn't, but it's up there.
That they just pissed in. These are the dipshits that are running the world right now, and it's fucking embarrassing. I feel for you younger generations because they pulled the exact same shit on us. Back in the early to mid 2000s, they camped us in high school, shoved us towards college, funneling kids into for-profit schools with unaccredited degrees, jacked up tuitions.
Yeah, I'm so happy I never went to uni. I went to college and then I dropped out because YouTube.
Fake job placement stats, all to manufacture hundreds of billions of dollars in debt. And then when it was all exposed as a scam, well, we were still labeled as the entitled ones in the workforce. It is wild to me that this is still the message that older generations want to push. Shame younger workers, demotivate them further instead of actually doing something useful. Things like bringing back vocational training, teaching real financial literacy in high school, or telling young men that they can make serious money as operators, electricians, pipe fitters, boiler makers, or in a dozen other trades where they can meet coworkers that will become like family.
I'm amazed he didn't mention drop shipping. I'm amazed he didn't mention that.
Easing both their financial and their social burdens. But no, keeping them financially disadvantaged is a lot more profitable for these guys.
Spawn camped and aim botted in college. He's very close to saying that sentence.
That's why I don't see things improving, not for younger generations and definitely not for the games industry. If you can't afford rent...
What's this game he's playing? It looks a bit like Inscription.
You're not dropping $70 on a new game release or $20 on a Fortnite skin. You're thinking about the next meal. You're playing games for free if you even have time to play, or you're just finding cheaper hobbies altogether. So my question is, where's the relief supposed to come from an industry that's already outpricing its current user base when the next wave of customers can't even afford to walk in the door? Console prices are already north of $500. Games are being pushed at $80. Microtransaction bundles are just about the exact same price.
Let me see the new Assassin's Creed. It is out now, right? Is it out? When did it come out? Oh, it's been out since March. 60 quid. And then the digital deluxe is £75. That's crazy. I actually didn't even know this game came out. Genuinely. I didn't even... Did you guys know that this game came out? I swear there was so much promo for it and then it just kind of dropped.
Price. Last year, we saw almost 19,000 games released, and nearly 150 of them were AAA and AA. Split that in half and average it out to $30 million for AA and $150 million for AAA, and you're looking at $13.5 billion invested in games, and likely even more this year. The spending is insane, the demands are insane, and instead of pumping the brakes, they're just flooring it right into the wall. I mean, beyond that...
Yeah, again, I really hope Battlefield shakes up the scene. I really hope it does. I really hope it scares COD into like actually making some good changes.
Whether you have the money or not doesn't really matter because it's just not worth it anymore. The quality has dropped so far that when people can't afford games, there's less of a reason to bother. Publishers have convinced themselves that
I mean, a good example here is like, you know that House of the Dead game I played the other day? How trash that was? Could you imagine like if you saved up money to play that game? I would feel so sorry for you. Like, thankfully for me, I'm lucky. It's my job. I can just buy it, make fun of it, and then make the money back, like doing a video on it and streaming it. But like, if someone was actually invested in the House of the Dead franchise and they wanted to play it at home, and then they get that absolute slop as a game, I mean, what's it out on Steam now? Has it gone up? Let's have a look. That's crazy, though. The original is £2. Surely it's on sale. Okay, it's 90% off. Yeah, I wonder why. And then that's £20. I mean, that's not terrible. Like, £20 isn't terrible, but like, you saw when I streamed it, man. I beat this game in like 40 minutes. Yeah, that was just complete garbage. It's 40%. It's mixed. I'm surprised it's not overwhelmingly negative.
going wide, making every game for everyone, stuffing in every mechanic, every identity, and every message somehow is going to make their games more appealing, when all it's done is just made their games boring, bland, and forgettable. The reason that their games aren't selling right now is simple. It's because they suck and they're overpriced. Why would I pay $70 for Assassin's Creed Shadows when I could go pay $40 and play Black Flag? Why would I play Starfield when I could fire up Fallout 3 with mods and make it look current gen? For veteran players, there is less reason than ever to buy.
Yeah, Starfield actually fell off so hard. You can really tell that Bethesda were just doing that as an exclusivity thing.
Hey Pyro, Dan Keemstar here. Really dry on stories lately. Maybe you could. SSSSS me EEEELTHTHCSS for Daniel, SS smell I smell LLL so smell. Sock. You. Smell it.
Thank you, Keemstar, for the 10. If you give me $100, I'll smell the sock.
Buy. For younger players, it's financially impossible. And that's the exact reason why these companies are so against things like stop killing games or digital ownership, because they don't want us sticking
Yeah, Starfield was just holy bedtime, genuinely.
to the games that we already have. They want to force us into the next thing, whether it's worth it or not. But here's the problem with that strategy, especially given the financial conditions that a lot of people are in right now. When people feel pushed, they push back. So if you're going to price your customers out of the hobby, if you're going to make the games that they own inaccessible, well, they're just going to find another way like they always have, whether that's buying used, whether that's emulating, whether that's just pirating these games. And I don't think that's a genie that you can try to put back in the bottle. You can clap down on it as much as you want, but these folks will find a way to crack these games eventually, especially when they're motivated enough. And a lot of people are going to get very motivated very soon. And this is a grave that you dug for yourself. In a lot of cases, you're still digging. No wonder these guys want us to get rid of our digital privacy. Wonder why. Never Solutions only stopgaps to protect themselves. That's all these guys have ever used, while also at the exact same time jacking up prices on their customers and putting so much pressure on them. And things are spinning so wildly out of control that this is one of the few times that I actually don't see a clear picture for what they could do in the future to be able to protect themselves or save themselves outside of cutting their budgets insanely.
I mean, piracy is going to skyrocket. It's like the streaming wars, right? You get like all these shows that come out, but they're only available on like Apple TV or like Netflix or something like that. And that's why piracy shot through the roof. Because it's like, if you want to, because I swear this always happens with shows. Every year, each streaming platform has like one singular show that's worth watching. Or maybe every 2 years. But it's like, are you really going to pay the whole subscription just to, you know, just to watch it? No, you're going to pirate it. Because you're not going to watch it for anything else. Okay, here's my like little schizo theory here. I genuinely think when streaming platforms release a show and they don't release all the episodes at the same time, they do it week by week. They do that on purpose, so your like free trial runs out, and then you pay for a subscription to finish the show, and then you kind of forget about it.
And also slashing the prices of their games. But we know that that's not going to happen or happen fast enough. And I'm sure a lot of these guys are probably thinking to themselves, AI is the answer. But the issue there is you're cutting the rope at both ends. People need jobs to be able to buy things. So if there's less people with jobs, there's less people buying products. And on top of that, we know that the savings that they're going to get from switching to AI is not going to be passed down to the customer. That's not going to happen. It didn't happen when they switched from physical to digital. So why would it happen?
The Chernobyl HBO was good. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. I'm looking forward to that Breaking Bad show on Apple TV. What do they call it? Polybius or something again? What was it called again? Pluribus? Yeah, Pluribus. I remember seeing this, and it was funny because people were coping, being like, oh my god, guys, Utopia's back. Oh my god, it's all yellow. Vince Gilligan that made Breaking Bad, he's picking up Utopia. No one seems to know what the show's about. There was like a single sentence on the Apple TV website, and it basically said, the unhappiest woman in the world needs to basically cure happiness. And it takes place in Albuquerque, which is where Breaking Bad took place. So it's the same place. It's obviously a different universe, though. And obviously it's got Kim Wexler as well. She's obviously not called Kim Wexler What's her name? Rhea Seahorn or something? But yeah. My game theory for Pluribus is there's like a virus that's going around that's spread through fluids, through bodily fluids. And it basically makes people feel very happy, like euphoria. It could even be like a We Happy Few situation. Because in one of the teaser trailers for this, you can see a woman and she's like licking all these donuts. So she's obviously trying to contaminate them, which shows to me that whatever this infection is, it isn't airborne. It's only through bodily fluids. Because if it was airborne, she wouldn't need to lick the donuts. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I really hope it doesn't flop. I really hope it doesn't flop. I mean, I'll see if I can show the teasers actually. They might get funny about it. Pluribus trailer. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is like the original trailer. She licking the donuts. She licking the donuts.
You take the blue pill and you clean your room. You wake in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill and you start digging in your butt to win. Remember, all I am offering is the truth, nothing more.
Thank you, Daniel Keem, for the 10. Yeah, I'll dig in my butt for a bit. And then there was this teaser as well. Now this one, this is shot like Better Call Saul, but it did give me like pretty heavy Utopia vibes as well. Just the way it's shot. Or like Mr. Robot, I guess.
Don't ever let me catch you lacking in Kuala Lumpur. Me and my gang all run Glocks with switches.
Thank you, Malaysian King Von, for the 10. Yeah, they posted like a phone number or something as well. I think it's going to be good, though. I'm excited for it. But yeah, I think it's probably like there is an infection that's spread all over Albuquerque. And she's like the only one that's immune. I'm guessing maybe she's like so manically depressed that it has no effect on her. I don't know. But I think it could be like... Is it an ARG thing? The phone number? I haven't tried calling it. It probably is. Wait, let me... Let me see if someone called the phone number.
Hi, Carol. We're so glad you called. We can't wait for you to join us. Dial 0, and we'll get back to you via text message.
Yeah. So she's like the only one in the town that's immune, I'm guessing. It's just her left.
Happen now. If you're in your 20s or younger and you're watching this channel, first I'd like to say, great taste. But beyond that, I try to do my best to be able to promote the trades as much as I possibly can because it helped me when I was in the lowest point of my life. I didn't think I had a future. I didn't think I had anywhere to go. And then I found my way into the construction industry, and it gave me the ability to chase a dream like this later on down the road. And I cannot recommend the trades enough. It's some of the greatest people that you can work with. It's incredibly difficult to break into. I'll give it that. There's a lot of nepotism. You got to know somebody in a lot of cases, unless you're from like smaller cities and areas. Usually those places are, you know, looking for folks. Literally every hall that I had ever worked with was desperate for young folk because in most cases they had guys that were in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s, and that's all they ever had. And they just had nobody else that was younger, and they need guys to be able to carry stuff. It's good money. It's honest money. And a lot of people over the course of time have tried.
And now the only equivalent that Gen Z has is the house building montage in Red Dead 2.
To vilify it as much as they possibly can. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's because they're trying to keep you financially down. That's what it is. This is going to move fast. Very fast. Millennials, while being better off than Gen Z, they're not that much better off. And they're not so much better off that they can support the entire industry as we know it today with its current costs and how much it's monetized. It's just not going to happen. And, you know, the funny thing is, the more I think about it,
Trade work is good if you're a man, but if you're a girl, it's a lot of harassment and people not taking you seriously. Is your profile picture Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks based?
Now, when I look at a lot of the games that have failed over the last couple of months or last couple of years now, any of the games that weren't aimed at us, millennials, failed badly in a lot of cases. And the reason why is because they never had another generation to be able to catch them. So if they were aiming for somebody else, they just straight up missed because those guys didn't have the money to be able to buy the games. These guys are screwed. These games take too long to make. They're too expensive to make. And while these guys are flailing around...
I mean, I've been really playing Cyberpunk a lot recently. How long did Cyberpunk take? Wasn't it like 14 years? 9 years. That's crazy. 9 years. I've really been enjoying that recently, though. Like, the game is actually really solid. It does become a little bit samey, because, like, I kind of sweated all the side quests, and I'm in the late game at the minute. I'm, like, level 40. So it does kind of just turn into... run into a bunch of enemies, kill them all. And then also, one thing I'm not happy with that they did, because I play the game on very hard difficulty, they removed... silencers off revolvers. You can't put a muzzle attachment on a revolver anymore because they said that revolvers were too overpowered for like stealth gameplay. But nothing that I have is like a one-hit kill to the head that can be silenced on very hard difficulty.
I'm trying to figure everything out. Indy's just going to come in and steal the scene. In fact, they already have. Now, I want to make this clear. Younger generations not buying games is not a passing trend. This is an industry-wide survival issue, at least for the modern games industry as we know it, because Gen Z is just the start.
How does it cope? What's your current build? I maxed out cool because it's crit chance. No, it's crit damage.
The generations that are behind them are going to have even fewer job prospects if things keep going this way. That means that when
Complaining about very hard difficulty being very hard. Yes.
millennials are no longer the industry's core spenders, there won't be a replacement audience with the same buying power. And I think some publishers know this, or most publishers probably do, especially since they're the ones that are also contributing to those jobs disappearing. But given their size, the cost of their games, and the way that they operate, it's almost impossible for them to avoid a crash. I mean, the answers that these guys came to were live services and subscription platforms like Game Pass, Ubisoft Plus, PlayStation Plus, and more. On paper, the reasoning seems relatively solid. Make free-to-play games and offer subscription services to...
How'd you have less views than Call Me Carson did earlier? Because most people have moved over to YouTube.
Be able to lower the barrier of entry, but...
I've always got, like... whenever I dual stream, I've got, like, a fraction of the viewers on Twitch.
The costs of running these services do not line up with the content or the monetization that they're delivering, and I think the result of this is going to be pretty predictable. Games and services that are aggressively monetized, overpriced, and have underwhelming offerings that struggle to be able to keep people engaged. With live service games, moderate success is not going to be enough in the future, and relying on them alone is only going to cause more issues down the line. I mean, right now, the entire model is to make the game for free and then to charge heavily for everything inside it. Cosmetics, weapons, playtime in some cases, $20 to $30, sometimes even over $100. And as costs start to rise and profit margins...
I mean, don't you find that funny? So the first map that they had in the original Modern Warfare Warzone, they took it away, and then they gave it back to you. And then people are soy-facing like, oh, we're so back.
And profit margins start to tighten, those prices are going to get pushed even higher to squeeze their players harder. And the more games that start to flood the market that are like this, the prices are going to just keep climbing to be able to justify their operating budgets.
Yeah, I tried doing Warzone. I just can't enjoy it, man. It's literally just first-person Fortnite and no building.
And the higher the climb, the less players are going to be willing to buy in, especially given economic conditions. So publishers are just going to start responding.
Like, they show these trailers where it's like this huge scene of, like, you know, all these fights going on and these planes exploding and rocket launchers everywhere. But every clip I ever see on the internet, it's someone running an M4 silenced with like a red dot sight. And they're just doing like a point-and-click adventure, trying to like drain a guy's 3 shield plates to actually down him.
By making those purchases more central to the experience. Free cosmetics are going to be deliberately made to look worse than paid ones. We already see that right now. Progression is going to start to get locked behind paywalls. Items are going to come in with built-in advantages. Bit by bit, the games are going to be not about...
Call out the lurkers. Yeah, lurkers. If you don't type in the chat now, you're gay, okay?
Playing them anymore. It's just going to be about spending.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't care how you roll, but you are gay.
And eventually, people are just going to start walking away. I've always looked at Korean pay-to-win live service games as a microcosm, a accelerated version of where the Western AAA industry is headed. And if you take a look at a game like Lost Ark, great gameplay, the world looked really cool, and it had all the markings for a top-tier MMO, but almost every path to progression was time-gated or paywalled, or in most cases both. And while whales are going to spend big, you still need casual players to be able to keep that world feeling alive. When every single meaningful reward in a game is locked behind a price tag, no achievement is going to feel...
Yeah, I think 99% of video game microtransactions come from the whales, like the 1%. I swear, whales at this point are people that day trade and content creators. That's it. That's like the only kinds of people that spend that much money.
Worth anything. The game just isn't fun, and eventually most players are going to hit the same wall and just say, why am I even playing this game? Now, on the subscription side, the only way to be able to make that offer appealing is to run it at a loss and front load it with as much content as possible. We already know that Xbox tried this with...
Dude, all of these games, some of these games actually were pretty solid. I've not finished any of them.
Even playing this game. Now, on the subscription
Never heard of that game in my life.
side, the only way...
That game, I got to the final area. I didn't finish it.
To be able to make that offer appealing is to run it
Avowed,
at a loss
you can't even attack NPCs, so...
and front load it with as much content
Doom the Dark Ages, again, a very good game. I didn't finish it.
As possible. We already know that Xbox tried this with Game Pass, spending billions on AA and indie titles, but all it did was create the illusion.
Far Cry New Dawn, that was terrible. To be fair, though, didn't they discount the price on that? Because it was just a rehash of... It was a rehash of the 5 map. It's still 30... It's still 40 quid, by the way. That's wild. When did that come out? 2019? That came out 6 years ago? Oh my god, I'm racing to the grave. That's crazy.
Illusion of content. Many of those games were just...
Yeah, I don't know how I finished New Dawn. It was so boring.
Filler that nobody actually wanted to play. Sure, there were a couple of hits, but not...
You couldn't even get any... If I recall correctly, there wasn't even any, like, air vehicles in New Dawn.
Not enough to be able to justify the service, at least not for myself. And that means a couple of hits, but not enough to be able to justify the service, at least.
Dude, anytime I see this character, what's his name? Omen. I used to main him in Valorant. Are we not saying that this is the same design? Are we not saying that this is the same design? Like, someone at Tencent literally saw Monster Energy Zero Sugar, and they were like, okay, that's the character.
It's not for myself, and that means that they have to lean on their AAA blockbusters to be able to keep people subscribed, which in turn then cuts directly into their sales. And now even Game Pass is facing a content problem. Developers are openly saying that if your game is struggling, Game Pass is the place where you want to go. But if your game has a real sales potential, well, you want to keep it off that platform. Either way, content issues are not...
That Monster flavor's ass. I just don't like energy drinks. I've gone off them completely. If you don't have a black coffee in the morning... I'm sorry to say, but you're a bit of a virgin.
The bigger problem that they're headed towards is the undeniable fact that the prices for their services are going...
I actually need a coffee. I haven't had one. That's probably why I'm a bit groggy this morning.
...to continue to climb and likely outpace their customers, especially for some of these younger generations. They've already gone up, and their operating costs are continuing to rise, so they're going to go up again. Their only alternative is to be able to find new ways to monetize, just like their movie and TV counterparts, Netflix, Hulu, Disney. We'll see ads, tiered access, and more. They're going
Yeah, you remember the tiered access that Netflix put in? Hang on. See if I can find it. They call it plans. That's so cringe. This might be old now. Let's have a look. When did this come out? This is 22, so pretty old. So they got, choose a plan that's right for you. Monthly price. I find that crazy that you pay for a service and you still get fucking ads. Resolution 720p. 720p? Most people's like living room TVs are at least like 30 inches or something. Like, what? And then basic is just the exact same, but no ads. And then standard is a huge price jump. That's $15. Better. Video quality better. 1080p. 1080p? That's awful. Watch on your phone or tablet, downloads, and then premium for $20 a month. Best video quality, 4K and HDR. Like, you know what I love so much as well? I might have to buy Netflix again. Because even though I have Netflix at my family's house in the UK, I can't use it over here because it knows it's a different household.
We're going to pass those increases down to the customer, but the problem with that is that people will tolerate price hikes and ads and things like that if there is value there. When the
Netflix is telling me that my account on my phone isn't usable because it's not on the home Wi-Fi, but I've been using this account since 2018. Yeah, I mean, to me, that sounds like a certified Netflix moment.
quality starts to slip at the same time that the bill is getting bigger, that's when subscribers start to walk. It doesn't matter how large the library is. If people feel like they're paying more for less, they're gone. It's like I said earlier, the only option that they have is to offer actual value, better games, while also slashing their budgets and their prices. But a lot of these companies think that AI is going to be the magical fix for everything, but all that's going to do is just make the underlying problem even worse. People don't have jobs or disposable income to be able to buy the games or products that they're making. So what's going to happen? They're just going to overcommit like they always do, just like they did with live service, just like they did with subscriptions, just like they did with every single trend that we've seen over the past couple of years. The quality will slide. The audience is going to start looking elsewhere. And honestly, they already have. One of the biggest breakout trends that I've noticed over the past couple of years is...
Will he say Friend Slop? Will he say Friend Slop, chat? Put your bets in now.
The rise of indie Friend Slop game.
We've run out of words! We have run out of words! I do love humans, right? We're all social animals. I fucking will take this to the grave, bro. I'm the one that made the word slop. I'm the one that made that. I invented that fucking word. And then everyone on the internet ran with it. I should have trademarked that word. I should have trademarked it. Isn't it funny, though, that Friend Slop... that word only started because of one guy on Twitter quote tweeting repo or something. And he was like, he was unironically the happiest person on Twitter, like just absolutely seething, calling it Friend Slop.
It's accessible, easy to play co-op titles that are made on no budget at all, that are pulling absolutely absurd numbers. Lethal Company, Content Warning, Chained Together, and more recently Repo and Peak have blown up purely through word of mouth and viral clips, hitting sales and player numbers that would make most AAA games cry. Peak sold over 5 million copies in under a month and hit 100,000 concurrent players on Steam. Repo sold 15...
I like how Friend Slop is just a word now, though. Like implying that any co-op game is now bad.
15 million copies.
15 million. Jesus.
In under 6 months and nearly reached 300,000 concurrent players on Steam. They all share two things.
One thing that I find crazy about the co-op games, though, is they don't last that long. Like, they only last about 3 months, 4 months, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, the devs, like the guy that made... Lethal Company, multi-millionaire. The team that made Repo, multi-millionaires. The guys that made Peak, multi-millionaires. Like the games fall off so quickly. But it doesn't matter. I mean, Lethal Company might still be juicing. Let's have a look. Okay, never mind. Never mind. What's Repo on? Well, it's still pretty strong, I'd say. Still got around 30k people. The thing is with, like, those kind of co-op games, they are really fun, but you kind of see everything that's possible within, like, 2 days of playing it.
Cooperative.
And then it's just small variations after that.
Play, and more importantly, price. Peak was launched at $7.99.
What's Peak at right now? Holy Jesus. Bruh, it's actually just getting more popular. That's crazy. Wow.
99 Repo was launched.
I saw some people on like TikTok and they were saying how the Battlefield 6 game fell off because the player count dropped to 0 overnight. The joke is they shut down the servers.
At $10, both games cost less than a fast food meal and are cheap enough that you could buy copies for 3 of your friends and still pay less than a modern AAA title.
Yeah.
And it's not just Friend Slop. Across the board, some of the most popular games dominating both sales and conversations have been from small studios or even solo developers. The common
That's a good point he makes, to be fair, though. You can buy it for all of your mates and still pay less.
thread isn't the genre, it's the price and the quality of the experience. I said it on Twitter recently when people were complaining about how Mafia Old Country doesn't have swimming, but I said that too many games go wide instead of deep. I don't need a game to do everything. I need a game to do a handful of things really fucking well. That's exactly what these indie titles are delivering right now. They don't have year-long roadmaps. They're not trying to be everything for everyone. They're built for the people that they were meant.
Yeah, I saw people molding over the new Mafia game saying it's linear. And it's like the original Mafia was linear.
And for
like Mafia 3 was like the most hated Mafia game because it was just too open. There was like nothing to do.
With the sole intent of just being fun. Peak is a game about climbing and cooperative fun with your friends. It doesn't need complex mechanics or RTX ray trace shadows and reflections. It just needs to be a goofy, memorable experience that delivers on an $8 promise. And yeah, people like to complain about how many roguelikes and crafting games that we've seen lately, but a lot of those games have succeeded for the exact same reason. They give players exactly what they want from that style of game. Sure, they'll add their own twist or their own style or maybe their own art or their own world or whatever, but they never overreach, especially for
the big money maker is accessibility. If the devs can make a game that's very accessible, it will sell and be fun. Well, accessible in what way? I'm guessing you mean accessible as in, like, you don't need heavy specs. Because, again, like, the games, all these kind of Friend Slop games, as people are dubbing it now, they're all very easy to run on your computer. They require, like, basically nothing. You can run them off a potato.
The price.
Don't you have a laser appointment, like, now? I got it, like, half an hour.
These games are cheap, focused, they deliver
probably wrap up stream after this video.
Exactly what players are looking for, and you can't say the same about the...
How many people are playing Slime Ranch? Couple thousand, maybe? Yeah.
AAA industry. With the path that they're on right now, I'm not sure that we ever will again. And that's the real problem for AAA because they built their entire business model around chasing an audience that's already shrinking and pricing themselves out of the next one that's coming. And they're ignoring the part of the market that's actually growing right now while they're busy inflating their budgets, leaning on AI and locking...
Say that again? Say that again?
...themselves into decade-long development cycles. Smaller studios are eating their lunch right now with games that cost less than a fast food combo, and they're making a heck of a lot more people smile. What I think adds a lot more pressure to this situation is it doesn't just concern the video games industry. It doesn't just involve the video games industry. It's pretty much worldwide and industry-wide at this point. And as more disruptive technology is introduced, as more jobs disappear, people are just going to have fewer options outside of the folks that are already going to be retired. But it's not just going to be younger generations. It's going to be all generations. And I just don't see how you get around that while you're actively contributing to it and also contributing to your own decline. You know, I brought this up last year, but we've seen video game piracy, especially in South America, just explode over the last couple of years, and also in a lot of other countries as well. And I think that's going to be coming here too. And I think there's 3 leading factors.
And the worst thing is as well, all the game companies will do is just double down. They'll just make everything like only online.
One, games are far too expensive. And then they're also having their access revoked, removed. Games are just becoming less available. We've seen games completely de-indexed from a lot of stores in some cases. You know, people are in this battle right now for video game ownership as well. And the other thing is too, is that just a lot of games aren't very good anymore, especially from AAA.
I mean, I don't even play video games that much in my spare time. The most I played is Cyberpunk, like I said. Yeah, like most of these games I have lined up here are ones I was going to stream. I was going to play that. I was going to play... I was possibly going to do a main channel video on Rogue Warrior. Have you guys heard the dialogue in Rogue Warrior, by the way? It's actual ludonarrative cinema. Hang on. It's all voiced by Mickey Rourke. Did I show this before? I don't know if I've shown it before, but just in case I did, we probably got some new people in here anyway. Thank you, Jack, for the 2. FNAF 2 when? It's coming.
I'm gonna fuck your mother in the ass, and then I'm gonna chop her fucking head off, okay?
That's real, by the way. That is in the game. That is in the game.
Can you please react to at least a chapter of Sonic CD, the unsung masterpiece? It's long like a main channel video, but the passionate design and story analysis is so peak.
Thank you, Raccoon CD for the 10. Yeah, I could check that out at some point. Okay, all right. We'll play the whole thing. We'll play the whole thing. Yeah, you're basically playing as like a real-life Navy SEALs man, but he's voiced by Mickey Rourke. So just all the dialogue is just, it's terrible. And the game is so trash, but I wanted to do a video on it just because I'm just attracted to just terrible, terrible games like this.
I'm gonna fuck your mother in the ass, and then I'm gonna chop her fucking head off, okay? Suck my balls, my hairy fucking big balls. Wrap them around your fucking mouth. I'm gonna shove it up your ass. You fucking asshole. You little bitch. You suck-ass pig.
This is real, by the way. This is like, it sounds like it's been edited in, but this is all real in the game.
Fucking retard.
It's like he's just having an argument in his own head and he's losing. It's like fucking.
Fucking retard. Dead piece of shit.
It's not even funny one-liners. It's just like him absolutely molding.
Shit, fuck this goddamn shit. Goddamn Jesus. Fucking Christ. Jesus. Goddamn Christ. Body, motherfuckers. Fuck me.
Is that all one line? There's no way.
Eat dirt, you pussy motherfucker. You puss nuts. Eat dirt, you fucking cocksuckers. I'm gonna stick my hand up your ass and rip your fucking brain out through your asshole. Fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck him in the ass, you cocksucker. You fucking asshole. You assholes like fireworks.
Fuck your mother, fuck your dad, fuck him in the ass. Hope you guys like fireworks.
No, pencil dick.
He's so angry, man. He's so angry.
Listen, you little piece of shit, you ass wipe. I'm gonna wipe my ass. Oh, shit. Happy fucking birthday, asshole.
That's crazy. Oh, what a game. What a game.
And when you don't trust the product, you're not
Metal Gear if it was good.
don't really want to spend money on it, so you might try to find another way to be able to check it out or experience it or see if
it's just the same words swapped around. No, exactly. It's like, you know, he'll say like a 5-word one-liner and then just say the same thing but like backwards 9 times.
If you'd actually like it, and I'm predicting that a lot more people are just going to be sailing the 7 seas when it comes to some of this stuff. Just the easiest way to be able to get around it. You know, well, I think that they believe that free-to-play is going to be the best option for them because that's going to be able to avoid the whole, well, oh, people aren't making money, that's fine. You can play our games for free, and then there's only $2 or $3 or $5 or $20 or $100 that you can spend on our game. I think that people really like their single-player games. I think they like their one-off co-op experiences, something that they're not going to constantly play and turn into a lifestyle or anything like that. And we used to have those kind of games. We used to have those games of quality and affordability in AAA that offer those one-off experiences, and we see less and less of.
Name one game. Name one game. Name one game, AAA, that came out day one, no bugs, no day one patch, nothing. No DLC, no battle pass, no deluxe edition. Name one game. You can't.
Every single year. You know, back in the early 2000s and early and mid to late 2000s, we had games like Kane and Lynch and Army of Two. We had
Kane and Lynch was fucking trash, by the way. Yeah, bruh. I did a video on Kane and Lynch 2. Both of those games are bad. They're funny bad, but they're still bad games. Kane and Lynch 2 had like a great atmosphere. I love the atmosphere of that game, but it was still not a very good game to play.
Had Burnout and Crazy Taxi and stuff like that, but a lot of that stuff is gone now. And people really like their self-contained experiences. They used to be affordable, they used to be around, and now the only one that's delivering them is indie. How do you compete with that? I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy that a lot of these companies haven't jumped on to the trend with some of these.
Someone said Detroit Become Human. I kneel. There was actually no deluxe edition. I kneel.
Indie games, they keep following each other and running around in circles rather than paying attention to what some of these guys are doing. And, you know, just giving their studios something a little bit more controlled, a little bit more realistic to make, something that's actually going to be able to reach people for a solid price. I'll give some credit where credit is due.
He's talking in circles. Look, man, he's getting the video longer. All right, he's getting the bag. Leave him alone.
Xbox, at least with Obsidian, they let them make Grounded or Pentiment.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to Obsidian, dude. I will be honest here. What happened to Obsidian? Because they fell the fuck off. They made like Fallout Trans Vegas, which is like one of the best games ever made. And then they make Grounded, which was just like, you know, another survival sandbox game. And then they did what? Did they do Avowed? Was it Avowed?
Yeah, those guys make what was it? I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, Hi-Fi Rush. They let them make that, but then they just got rid of the studio afterwards. EA invests money into games like It Takes.
They did Outer Worlds, but that was slop as well. Outer Worlds was like the most. I don't know, man. I didn't like Outer Worlds. I really didn't. I didn't jam with that game at all. I couldn't finish it.
And Split Fiction, but at the exact same time, this is just like a couple of games, and these guys are just not doing this kind of stuff at scale where they totally could and could be raking in a ton of money right now. I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand.
Outer Wilds by Obsidian. Could you imagine if they actually made the Outer Wilds? I would be like, okay, you know what, Obsidian, you guys ain't that bad.
Understand anything. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. I am tired. I'm also sick, I think. I think I have a head.
Tell me what you think.
There's something going on.
Comment down below.
I'm gonna go
like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification.
If you guys enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
I like how I said that as a I said that as a bit. I can't even say that in my videos anymore because I get bullied for it. But yeah, I enjoyed that video. What's your channel? Legendary Drops? I'm pretty sure I've seen that guy before. Okay. All right, guys. That's me done because I got to go get my face lasered now so I don't grow facial hair for a couple of months because I'm so sick of having this nasty stubble even though I shave. So yeah, thanks for joining. Should be streaming soon.